Hello, I'm Mike from musicradiocreative.com. In this short video, I'll show you how to use GarageBand for Mac, even if you're a complete beginner. Okay, so here we are in the opening screen to GarageBand. Now, you get GarageBand included with a new iPhone, iPad, iMac, or any kind of MacBook Pro device or any laptop device. Anything that's Apple, you get GarageBand for free. So a great piece of software to play with. It will allow you to create keyboard compositions, something with a voice if you're creating a podcast, ringtones, electronic dance music, be your own songwriter. To start, though, we'll go with an empty project. This will give you the very basic GarageBand look. You can drill down into details. If you want to change the tempo, you can do that. So I'm just going to type in 120, leave it there. Your key signature, your time signature can also be changed, and you can change your audio input and output. So for instance, I might say that, yep, I'm using the Sapphire, that's my audio interface, but you can also choose your built-in output on your Mac or whatever you happen to be using. You can use your webcam as a microphone if you fancy, but I know that everything is going to be through my audio interface. Once that's set, click Choose, and you'll get the opening screen to GarageBand that you can start to work with. Right, here we are. It's really nice because it gives you one instrument to start with, the classic electric piano. In a moment, I'll show you how to play an instrument in GarageBand, but I also want to give you one other basic grounding, and that's how to record audio, record your voice. Say, for instance, you don't just want to compose music, but you might want to make a podcast. How do I get my voice into GarageBand? That's most likely the first thing you'll want to know. So you click the plus key here just above your new tracks, and this will create a new track. You can choose anything here, from a software instrument from GarageBand to your own audio from a microphone, recording your own musical instruments if you happen to have them kicking about in your little studio at home, or you can be a drummer by automatically playing the drum along to a song that you're creating. In this instance, I'll select a microphone, and I can select the input on my audio interface that corresponds. Now, I happen to know the mic I'm using is on input 1, but there are loads of other choices there. Input 1 is what I want, and I'm connected to my Sapphire, my audio interface, and I want to hear sound back from my Sapphire into my headphones on my audio interface. Create. And there is audio track 1. I might even choose to give it a new name by double-clicking and call it Podcast Host. Or Podcast Hosty, as I type there. Then I'm going to bring in this microphone and check this as I speak. You can see that it's peaking. And when I peak really loud, it will go into the orange or the red there, which is not what I want it to do. I can adjust the recording volume right here. I can turn it down, turn it up so that it's just tickling the yellow. So plus about 3 dB there is absolutely perfect for my case. When I want to start recording my voice into GarageBand, I hit this record button here. Bear in mind, it's working in BPM, so it's going to count me and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm recording. Listen to how it works. Hello, this is Mike, and this is a podcast episode. I'm testing using GarageBand for Mac for the very first time, and it seems to work very well. So once I've finished, I then click the stop button. I can then drag this marker back to the beginning of my recording and click play to hear that audio back. Hello, this is Mike, and this is a podcast episode. I'm testing using GarageBand for Mac for the testing is a podcast. And as you can see there, as I was playing back, I was hitting the rewind and fast forward buttons. That allows me to skip through the audio I've just recorded. If I take my mouse, I can now move this audio anywhere I want on the track. And if I had multiple tracks, I could even move it down or up. I could move it onto the keyboard, but it won't let me take it there. That's interesting. I can only stay on the track I'm designated. Say I created a brand new audio input there, say for a guest. Let's see if it'll let me take it down there. It will, because it's a track of the same type. It's a recording into your microphone track, whereas this is an electric piano. Let me show you now how this would work. You have some controls on each track, you'll notice here. The first one is a mute, so that would mute out that track, or listen on headphones here. So this one, if I look at this one right here, that's solo, okay? So that will play only that track and no other audio on the other tracks. You might want to use that one. And then over here, we have input monitoring as well, where you can monitor the input to that track. Left and right pan, and as I've demonstrated earlier, the volume control on your track. So let's go into the classic electric piano there, and you'll see this is from a selection of different instruments that come up in your GarageBand library. You can get this by clicking this icon, by the way, if you don't have it. If you click it, it takes it away. If you click it again, it comes back. So I might say, well, actually, do you know what? I don't want to go for the classic electric piano. Maybe I want more of a grand piano sound. So I can just double click on that, and it will change that track to a grand piano sound. And I can start recording an instrument or anything I want into here, creating music, but I'll save that for a future tutorial. At least now you know the basics of how to create new tracks, get set up in GarageBand, and start recording your voice. Subscribe to my channel and you'll get more free GarageBand tutorials.